Chucky is the GOAT. How do you write a character in a show about toddlers going off on wacky adventures? It's simple. You make him the only voice of reason. Chucky is a character in the show called Rugrats, and it follows a bunch of babies going on adventures that are quite dangerous. These babies often end up in scenarios that would drive any parent insane, and it kind of makes you realize how terrible the parents are in this show. And although it has been a good number of years since I last watched the show, the only voice of reason out of the babies was Chucky. Before going on these adventures, Chucky was the only one who would speak out against it, saying, "I don't know about this, you guys," or something to that extent. Which happens to be the most interesting thing about him. A subplot that is often revisited throughout the show is Chucky's fears, such as how he sees the world without glasses, seeing monsters in place of houseplants. Eventually, we do find out that this anxiety and fear that Chucky has does have a root source, which is the loss of his mother. Chucky, out of all the infants, is the only one whose mother died when he was even younger. And in a moment of the show where we briefly do see his mom, we see that he doesn't actually perceive the world to be scary while she's alive. Even when he's not wearing glasses as a toddler, he's overjoyed to see a butterfly when it flies near him because his mom is holding him. This unaddressed trauma of losing his mother is what causes his fears to develop in such a way, and it's something that he actually shares with his father, whom of which refused to address the topic of his wife's death until Chucky happened to find a picture of her. It's not a coincidence that throughout the show, since addressing this moment, Chucky does become more courageous. This growth culminating in an act of courage in the Rugrats in Paris movie, when he is the one who stops his father from marrying someone he does not approve of, his very first words being no. Imagine you're about to marry someone at the altar, a single dad, and their own toddler rushes into the room, points at you, and says, "No! No!" Who wouldn't be traumatized?